Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Stirling Talks on Stirling Community Radio. I do love it when we have a repeat guest on, especially when it's about an event that's coming up. Hello, sir. It's good to have you back.
Hi there. I'm Islay Carmichael, the Chief Executive here at the Argyll and Sutherland Highlanders Museum. And we're here to talk about Armed Forces Day here in Stirling this year.
Yeah, now, last time we were here, we talked about just almost everything, and I said we're going to have to come back, and now we are back. For this event, people that experienced this last year, it's a little bit different this year, right?
Yeah, very much so. So Stirling Council are trying to up their game to champion our armed forces here in Stirling. And as part of my purposes of my trust, I'm supporting their committee with the organisation of the armed forces here in Stirling on the 13th of June this year.
We'll have that linked up for you on our social media and get you all the details and what you need to know about that. But it is going to be a little bit different. In the past, it kind of went a different route, and this time, tell me a little bit more about that.
So this year we're going to have a reception here in the castle. So the veterans and the regular service and our cadets, because we really are championing the young folk, the young organisations who are going to take part. There'll be a reception where there'll be rolls and tea in the Chapel Royal. And then they'll be called forward for the Lord Lieutenant's address. So the Lord Lieutenant will say a few words on behalf of His Majesty the King in the Great Hall, which will be a fantastic surrounding. And then we have a young officer who is serving on HMS Stirling Castle, who comes from Stirling, funnily enough, and he's going to say a few words about himself and HMS Stirling Castle, which has just recently been commissioned. And then after him, the officer commanding Balaclava Company of the 5th Battalion of the Royal Regiment of Scotland, who's the Guard Commander this year, will say a few words about the 20th anniversary of the formation of the Royal Regiment of Scotland. And then we're doing something really, really special this year. There's an organisation, a charity called Who Dares Cares. They literally look after veterans who are suffering in silence. Not just veterans, they look after blue light heroes from the fire service, the police service, and the ambulance service. And a chap called Scott Ashford is going to sing a song that he's written called Hand on My Shoulder. So that'll be something really special for this year.
You've mentioned this to me off air here, and that song really is something quite special, isn't it?
Very much so, because Scott, who was an airman himself in the Royal Air Force Central Band, has suffered in silence himself, and he's quite happy, he admits he suffered in silence. And he was very much connected to Who Dares Cares, and has went to their walk-in talks and their breakfasts, and the words spoken by the veterans and the Blue Light Service heroes who have suffered in silence, he's used their words within the song, and that's how it makes it that bit special. And there's a bit of bagpipes and some drumming in it as well, and he's going to sing it here in the Great Hall in Stirling Castle, and then open air in Victoria Park, where the parade will form for the Lord Provost Review.
There is a lot going on that day, and that's great. And just talking about helping out those veterans and those first responders as well with their resiliency and their mental health, that's very important. There's quite a few young people that are going to be involved in this day. Why is it important that young people are involved?
We have, again, as part of our purposes and education purposes here, a programme where we teach, we learn. The strap line would be learn and never forget. And the young folk, the younger generations who are going through school, cadets, whatever they're doing, it's important they learn about what sacrifices were made in the future, the generations before. And we're glad to say we're going to be championing Queen Victoria Military School this year. So their pipe band, their dancers, their combined cadet forces, so that's the Navy, the Army and the Air Force will all be represented. We have the Argyll and Southern Highlanders Cadet Battalion with their pipe band, they'll be here. We'll have the Royal Air Force Air Cadets from Stirling and Dunblane, all being here, along with our veterans, our Balaclava Company and the ship's company of HMS Stirling Castle.
That's a lot of people. I mean, we've got a big space here. You're going to have enough room for all this.
Well, I'm hoping that the inner close here outside the Great Hall in Stirling Castle will be absolutely packed. We've got the military band from Seven Scots up in Perth. They're coming along. We've got the pipe band, as I said, from the Argyll and Southern Highlanders Cadet Battalion, and we have the pipe band from Queen Victoria School. Right. So lots of music, lots of fun, lots of celebration and commemoration at the same time as well.
So this really is just, in town you're going to be able to see some of this, a different route than what it's been in the past, but you've really got to get up here to the castle to really experience all of this.
Well, I would suggest anywhere between Stirling Castle itself on the Esplanade, all the way down Mar Walk, Broad Street, Baker Street, round into the Corn Exchange, down onto Dumbarton Road, Clarendon Avenue, onto Victoria Square. And Victoria Square is a green grass area in front of houses, which will be special, really special. We're forming a hollow square. Cruachan, our Shetland pony from the Royal Regiment Scotland, will be on parade. We've also got gazebos from lots of charities and military displays on one side of the park. Military vehicles, veterans' vehicles, motorbikes. So the veteran riders are going to be leading the parade. So it's going to be something really, really special this year.
If you don't hear the pipes coming, you'll hear the bikes.
Absolutely, revving off.
This is going to be great. I know you've got lots of events and lots of days here that are great at the museum. This one, I think, looking at your face right now, we're on the radio, you can't tell. I have a feeling this is your favourite.
It's something really special because when I arrived in Stirling in 2023, sadly there was no Armed Forces Day. So in 2024 we started with one piper and a little congregation of balaclava company with some veterans. And we've now grown to something really special. We've got a start point here in the historic castle and a finish point in Victoria Square. And hopefully year on year now going on, this is what's going to happen. The Royal Regiment Scotland, the 5th Battalion of the Royal Regiment Scotland, have the freedom of Stirling as well. And that is something special because bayonets will be fitted on the rifles, bands will be playing, and that is something really, really proud for the Royal Regiment Scotland and HMS Stirling Castle, the senior service, to have a ship named after this fantastic castle.
This is something, if you've been to the museum and you haven't experienced this, I mean, you're going to see history right there. I mean, really.
It is history. History is made every day, as we all know. Every day we move on. But hopefully now the council have got it right, that we're champion armed forces here in Stirling properly.
Great stuff. If people want to find out more, what should they do?
They simply go online, Stirling Alive. They can go onto the Argyll and Southern Highlanders What's On page, and it's all there. It's all over social media, so there's plenty of places to see all about it.
We'll have that linked up for you just as we did last time. Really looking forward to this, and right now you've got some time to plan out for this, so make sure you put it on your calendar now. We'll remind you between now and then. So this is coming up here fairly soon. I can't believe it now, but already kind of looking into the fall as well. You've got other events coming up. Anything you can tell us about?
Well, very, very soon, on the 23rd of May, which is Saturday, we have the preambulation of the Burlough men who will be sworn in to go round, do the historic checks of the borough boundaries. That's something really special because that's grown in stature as well. So we're starting with the Burlough men being sworn in and what they're now calling the marshals. The marshals are the clansmen, and I think we've got 7 clan chiefs coming to be sworn in as the marshals, the protectorate of the Burlough men this year, and that's the 23rd of May. And then the following weekend is the marches itself, starting off at the base of King Street, at the Rotunda. Everyone's more than welcome to be in part of the procession. You can come with their banners and they can march the borough boundaries as part of that celebration.
I put together a little video for last year for the Walking of the Marches, and it really is an impressive event, and it's free, and you can even walk along with them behind them, and that's always a good time as well. So all kinds of events coming up here, all throughout the time here, but definitely come up here for this one because I really think, and like you say, I did not know about the fixed bayonets. That really is something to behold. If you've never seen that before, that's some history coming alive right there that you can see. One more time, when is the date of that?
That's the 23rd of May is the preambulation here in the castle. I'll also add, on that same day in the museum, we have a Meet the Author, where there's a lady, Liz Gillespie, who's written a book called Battlefields, and it's poems of soldiers who've suffered in silence, and so it's connected to Who Dares Cares as well. Who Dares Cares will be here that day as well, singing his song, young Scott Ashford from the Royal Air Force, veteran. So it's going to be a special day, that 23rd of May, as well as the Armed Forces Day on the 13th of June.
So much going on here at the museum. We'll have it all linked up for you. I know we got to a lot, just like we did last time. I'll end this one the way we did last time as well. We're going to have to come back and do this again, and we will soon. So always good to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, and we look forward to meeting everyone on the days.
Definitely. Lots coming up. Again, we'll have that linked up for you on our social media. This is Stirling Talks on Stirling Community Radio.